All right, I'm just gonna go stream of consciousness here. I don't really have a plan for what I want to say today in this video, but it is currently like 7 in the morning. It's like a super calm, peaceful morning here in the valley. Like the sun's shining, and it's been pretty cloudy during these past couple days, and yeah, I just felt inspired to come out to this field, which I don't think I've made a video in this field in a while either. Um, that should probably be good. I have my phone turned around, so like the back of the phone is facing me, so I don't actually know what I look like on the camera, so I don't have to look at myself, which is good, I think. Um, but yeah, so yeah, maybe I want to say before I start to just trust me on this journey, that if I do post this video, if you are seeing it, that there's a reason that I decided to post it. Because sometimes I do record these videos and then I just don't ever post them because they're just a bunch of absolute nonsense. And sometimes the ones I post are kind of nonsense too, but they're nonsense in like a bit of a different way. Uh, I feel that there's still some value there, so I decided to post them. So yeah, trust that if you're seeing this, there's a reason for this. If this showed up on your feed or your algorithm, that there's a reason for that too. I'm gonna go ahead and light this mapacho real quick. Thank you to Spirit, Tobacco Spirit Mapacho, for being here. Thank you to the Apus. The Apus are the mountains here in Peru. Uh, Apu means like Lord. So they're the protectors of this land. They're the protectors of the people that live here within the land. And so I thank them for all of that protection. I thank the land for holding me. And yeah, I'm feeling pretty grateful this morning, to be honest. And I haven't connected with this sense of genuine gratitude in a pretty long time, to be honest. It's been a lot of forced gratitude. And it's funny coming from that place of me trying to just get myself, and like even writing in my journal like all of the things that I'm grateful for, just to remind myself, versus what it feels like to actually be like engulfed in that gratitude and like really be feeling it. And it's not like much has really changed in like any of my external circumstances. uh, the only thing that's changed is me and the way that I am viewing things. And I'm in this period right now where I'm slowing down a lot, and I'm not doing nearly as much, which is funny because it's not like I have a lot of external pressure to do things. I don't have a boss. That's not me. I don't do things that I don't want to do, but yet I'm also still, part of me is always still just living in the future a little bit, and that's from childhood. Like it was just kind of ingrained in me to always be forward thinking and thinking about the future and planning ahead. And that's not inherently a bad thing, but when it's controlling my whole life, then it is. And so I'm still always learning how to find that balance between how should I be planning for the future yet also be living in the present and not dwelling on the past. I don't dwell on the past too much. I'm pretty good at that one now. Um, I don't genuinely think I have any regrets in my life, which is pretty cool. All that stuff's pretty dealt with. I mean, sure, I'll still think of the past sometimes, sometimes fondly, sometimes with sadness, but that's usually pretty quick. I don't get stuck there too often. Um, Although, I guess maybe that's not completely true. I mean, I think I've honestly been like a little depressed over the last like month or so. Um, just a general period of depression because I think I've been sad that the things that I have done in the past have not created the outcomes that I was expecting for the present or the future, if that makes sense. And I was, yeah, allowing myself to let that get me down and let that affect how I was living. And I don't think that that was necessarily a bad thing either. Now that I'm here in this period, I realized that that was exactly what needed to happen. So, I'm grateful for it. And yeah, all the things that I was doing, like they were for me, like even making these videos, for example, like obviously I do this for me and I do this to hopefully help people and to also, grow this channel. I'm pretty damn close to being able to monetize this thing. I think I'd make like, maybe $4 a month if I were to do that right now, but if that even. And it's all pretty much just from one video that I had that just kind of blew up. And that honestly fucked with me a little bit. Having one video get so much attention that I'm not used to uh, definitely messed with me a little bit. And I was struggling to figure out what kind of videos I should continue to make moving forward because the video that did really well isn't a video like this where I'm just talking to a camera. I'm like showing people around PSAC and my life in Peru. And I think it's geared towards like a slightly different audience. So I was like, oh, do I need to pivot and just do that all the time? And now that I'm sitting down right now and recording this video, I just don't give a shit. I thought this channel is for me. It's as much as it is for you, and I do put this online, it is mostly for me at the end of the day, to be able to have some outlet where I know that I'm just being like very honest and authentic with people, and hopefully some people can resonate with that and it can help you too. But if I start making videos for a specific audience and for people, it takes the fun out of it. Like I like just doing this on my own and just seeing where it goes. And that's the problem that I was getting caught up in, is that I started to have these expectations, not just for these videos, but for everything that I was doing. Like for, I recently started doing stand-up comedy, and even in like doing that, I was putting these expectations that I needed to come up with a brand new set every single week, which is pretty hard to do. Like it's a lot of work. um, and so, I was putting those expectations on myself, and like, I live here in Peru. I don't realistically know how long I'm going to be here. So, there's all this medicine that I love working with, and it's one of the reasons I came here. Um, and so I was putting all this pressure on myself too, to like, well, I need to be, working with medicine and taking advantage of the fact that I'm here all the time. And I wasn't giving myself any time to actually like integrate any of the lessons that I learned. I was just like, cool, on to the next, on to the next, on to the next, like more healing, more information, more. And it turns out that I don't need more. And rarely do we ever actually need more. It turns out I just needed to sit with what I was already given and actually do something about it. Like I was working on the same problem over and over again in all these different ways. And, just sitting there, and like the medicine's not just going to give me shit. It can give me information, and it's always going to like, I was tricking myself into thinking that I was doing the work because I was sitting with medicine, and I was doing little things here and there, but really that was just my own ego getting in the way of not wanting to change anything. So yeah, it feels good to be coming out of this period and actually just like really slowing down a lot. Like how often I think that I was, again, doing all of these things for me, but actually what I was doing was putting all of this unnecessary pressure on myself that I needed to be doing XYZ in order to be in a certain place by a certain time. When all of that's just completely made up. Everything is perfect right now, exactly as it is. And the only reason that it wouldn't be is because of me judging whatever it is as not perfect. But it's not inherently different, or it's not inherently bad, or it's not inherently good. It's just the way that I view it, where I get to decide, is this good or is this bad? And so being in a situation, let's call it a hard situation, because there's definitely hard and easy. But if I'm in a hard situation and then I'm judging that hard situation as like, oh, this sucks, like, oh, I hate this, and like, oh, I don't want to be here, then I'm just causing more pain, just causing more suffering. There's no reason I need to be doing that. Whereas if I'm in that same hard situation and yeah, maybe I can also still be like, yeah, this kind of sucks, but like, you know, it is what it is. Like, I'm going to get through this. Like, this is fine. It's not bad. It's not like it should be something else. You know, sometimes we have to go through hard things, difficult things in our life. And, you know, when you're going through the difficult thing, if you're wanting so badly to be out of it, you're just making it so much worse for yourself. And that's what I was doing, was I wanted so badly to be in a different place and for it to not be hard that I was causing it to be much harder than it needed to be. And so nothing's changed, but my outlook has changed. And now, you know, maybe things are still a little bit hard and challenging, and you know, I'm still coming out of whatever it is that I was in. But I'm just okay with it now. Like I've now, I think I've come to the point of like surrender and acceptance. um I don't know if you guys know, there's this Angie McMahon song called Letting Go, and I keep on playing it and I keep on just bawling my eyes out every time I play it, but it goes like, I've been learning about letting go, how to do it without my claws scratching the surfaces. And that, I feel like that's like my anthem right now, just because I'm always constantly learning about letting shit go. Especially, and not getting to the point where I'm just fucking holding on to shit for dear life with my claws scratching the surface. uh, I'm starting to like tear up now again, just like thinking about that. It's just like, it's so true. Uh, but yeah, I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be here, and it's fun to start making these videos again and not putting this pressure on myself that I need to be making X videos per week or my channel's not going to be growing enough, and also be doing all of these other things at the same time. Whereas like I'm pretty focused right now on what I want to be doing, which is actually building my business and like making more money. Um, you know, I do still live here on Earth, and money is very much still a thing. And I've been making enough to get by, and now I'm at the point where I need a little bit more than that in order to actually accomplish some of the other projects that I'm working on and some of the other things that I want to do. Like, I want to be able to travel and experience more of that life, and I need money to do that. So, you know, I could look at that as like a bad thing, like, oh, fuck capitalism, but like, nah, it's kind of cool that I get to do that. You know, I haven't been working that much lately, which is awesome. I've had a lot of time to work on all these other projects and get to the point where I stress myself the fuck out about it. And now it's time to simplify. I think I call this period recalibration. So I'm recalibrating the, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm recalibrating my priorities. There it is. Recalibrating what my priorities are and trusting that, like, you know, the things that maybe I have to step away from and say no to right now, like, they're always going to be there. They're not going anywhere. And if I'm not taking care of the things that need to be taken care of right now, then I am just creating massive problems for me in the future. So focusing on what I need to focus on, you know, making money, my relationships with my friends, and like really making sure that they're deep. And then, you know, coming to then these projects, my YouTube channel, my stand-up, and anything else I'm working on with that genuine sense of like, yeah, everything else is taken care of. Like, this is extra. This is now pouring into this from a full cup, like with all of the love and all of the gratitude that I've been cultivating now from those other things, and allowing myself to receive a lot more. And then, you know, allow myself to receive so much that then I can actually start giving back. But I've been trying to give without having that full cup. And so it's, you know, it's cool to be in that spot where I'm recognizing it again and doing something about it. So yeah, thank you guys for following me on this journey as always. You know, it would mean the world to me if you were to subscribe to my channel and like this video. And if you do want to support me, you can do that on Patreon. It's completely free to join. I'm building a community there too, but you can also just, you know, support me. You know, give me some money if you want. Certainly don't have to. But I'm open to receiving it, which is cool. But yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you next video. Much love.